Hey guys, it's Tarkin coming at you with another game of Total Warhammer 3. We're here with High Queen Khalida again, fighting against Ironbrow's expedition, so let's get to it. You know, it says we'll lose, but maybe we won't. I've won before. Usually if it says close defeat, even if you're bad like me, you can still win. And what we've got here is both of their reinforcement armies are going to come in the rear of their army. We're going to have time to tune up all of this in the front so good before they get here. And then they're going to have some artillery back there, but like that's like just a couple grudge throwers. And then Thorek will be having to cross the field into absolutely withering bone giant artillery and other fire. It's going to be great. Because again, they're dwarves. They, you know, they're not fast. And that means that we can really harry them pretty effectively. Probably. Now, Brutal Business is activated, so all of everything has 20 more weapon strength than normal. This might help them more than us, but I bet it'll be good for us. They've got higher melee attack, you know, and better defense and armor and stuff, but we've got way more models in the unit, so I think that might make the difference. But without further ado, we're going to get to it, because really, we should be fine here. The fact that they are reinforcing from such a faraway place should render us in a good spot. And here we really just want to worry about popping the quarrelers with our artillery, if possible. But it looks like blowing up all of them is going to be pretty possible, huh? Now the quarrelers do have slightly more range than our horsemen, but we can like sort of get in and get out. And then if they wheel to attack, then we'll run away. You know, that'll be like a way to fire at them. And it even sort of works. Yeah, we get a little bit of damage down. Not a lot, just a little bit. Because while we've got bunches of ammo here with our artillery, we just finished up the increased ammo thing for our army ability from Khalida. There, you know, we've got some good stuff, but we don't have infinite ammo. We don't even have restock. But the Bone Giant still has 20 ammo. That's basically what he starts with. So we're going to try to fire into the middle here because, oh my goodness, it's going to hit so many guys. When you catch them in a position transition like this, you can sometimes get a lot of work done. Because, of course, they're just letting us have this all for free. It's going to be 1 full minute until the rest of their troops come out. And, like, you know, what are they going to do about it? What are they going to do about it? And speaking of what they're going to do about it, all of my guys are here now. Like, the arc of the land there makes it a little sketchy, but I think actually, oh yeah, there we go. The artillery pops in beautifully onto the quarrelers and the longbeards as they try to approach. Dropping the base from the Casket of Souls. Boom! Oh, that's a lot of damage. They gotta be running soon. And then we'll just swap the casket over to this target. And right here, the Nagakara warriors are getting shot up. That's not ideal at all. Of course, they don't even have shields. I mean, think of the children. Well, not the children, they're Tomb Kings. Think of the bones. Think of the bones. Oh, this guy's on horseback. That's pretty bad. We'll just charge in through the front here and distractimate him a little bit. What we want to do now is get on the forces to the back. All right, we need to make sure the Bone Giant takes off fire at will so that he can fire at Thorek whenever Thorek shows up. He should be able to basically pop Thorek. We'll put him on there and see if it turns out to be a bad choice or not. Oh my goodness, we got the miners in on the Skeleton Horsemen, and we get absolutely schwammered by it. However, the archers are being able to open up here. So that's all to the good. And wow, oh, wow, the archers do some good damage here from Khalida. 29 missile strength when they're within her aura. Oh my goodness, that's so good. Yeah, we got to get her back into the blob if they're going to be that good at fighting. Alright, now Iron Drakes are approaching. We need to fire there and there. We need to get these shots into the Iron Drakes, I guess. Because, okay, wow. Yeah, you know, that's... they're back with the artillery. Well, we're going to go and take our troops to the rear there. Hopefully that'll help out. A couple of Iron Drakes have arrived, and we're just firing right at them now. These Longbeards show up, and they get beat up very badly. My lord, oh my goodness, look at the damage. He's fighting against Slayers, and I didn't know. Well, he's dead. He's so dead. It's alright. He's just the backup lord. I barely even knew the guy. But they've got all their ranged in that block, so the artillery is being able to feast very well indeed. Alright, the Thane is arriving. That's not good for him because we are going to beat up on him pretty good here, I hope. Where are the Necro Knights? Oh, man, the Bone Giant. Oh, man, we're going to have to redo this. We're going to have to redo this fight. If I lose the Bone Giant, we have to restart. Wow, wow, wow. How am I getting beat up that bad? This dude doesn't even have armor piercing. But, you know, we get on top of the Grudge Throwers with our cavalry. They're a sacrificial cavalry piece, and it works. I'll put these archers on the Iron Drakes, and these Necro Knights need to go away from the Slayers. Oh, man, just so far away from the Slayers. Alright, the good news is that the horsemen have taken their artillery offline, and, you know, that their lord is in the back messing with them. That's all very much to the good. These Dagakar warriors get all the way into the cookie jar. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness, that's pretty rough, though. We get blasting charged by these miners. Really rough stuff. Really, really devastating. It'll be fine. Because their front line is buckling now. Our Necro Knights are going to come in here and pop this Thane, who hopefully isn't going to kill this Tomb Prince, who's totally going to kill this Tomb Prince. We're losing a lot of stuff here. It's fine. We're Tomb Kings, right? It's not ideal, but it's fine. The great thing about this faction is that it frees me from considerations like, am I a failure? Is this going very bad? And it's just like, you know, it's probably okay. Ushabti did not attack once we got in. Very, very bad play indeed. The casket, you know, when you take off the just shoot at somebody ability and tell it to shoot at a specific somebody, you can pay the price for that, and we did. And here we're just going to charge forward. The Necro Knights are going to keep on tuning up the therein. The artillery is going to indiscriminately pound within our troops. You know, that's good. I made it sound bad, but that's good. You know, it helps us. The Royal Musols Ushabti are having a party. The warriors are saturating in. We can probably get all of the archers to shoot at Thorek now. And move her back. So like when her aura goes on them, they go into into 30 damage missiles, which is just pretty good. Because it lets us just hang out with her and turn our blob fighting into a really good sort of setup. Of course, we lost so much in this battle. I don't even know how much. And the beautiful thing about Tomb Kings is I am not expected to care. It's so freeing. You don't have to care about money. You don't have to care about money basically at all. I mean, like, yeah, you got to build buildings and you don't want to, like, lose your stuff. But, like, all of the things that this game wants to make you do to care, you don't have to do. You're free. Now here, we very much want to get... I'm like, we want to be chasing these guys down because we don't have to deal with them again. Like, we don't even have anything good at chasing people down. We've got Necropolis Knights, and that will kill Thorek. That'll kill Thorek for sure. The Iron Drakes are probably gone. And, of course, once you get, like, a bunch of their force multiplier sort of stuff out of the way, you know, then you're in a better shape. Yeah, we need to get that restock ability on the Bone Giant for sure. But I don't know if it's better than a whole other army. It probably isn't. These Nehekarian warriors are crumbling down. You know, maybe I should leave so they don't die. I thought they didn't crumble after the battle was decided. Man. Morning, Coolio. Yeah, so we lose, you know, Skeleton Horsemen 2 times and a bunch of other stuff. And again, we're the Tomb Kings, so it doesn't matter. I mean, it matters. We lose, like, the chevrons, you know, like, so a little bit of the recruitment. And it might be hard to get the warriors back. But fundamentally, what I love about this army is it's free. Of course, we lost the horsemen in this army and the leader. We'll just get more. And, you know, we push them back into the mountains. They're very beat up. But we're just going to have to get another thing here. So this guy gives... Wow-wee, that's good. 20% ammo for the whole Lord's army and 10% missile strength for the whole Lord's army. That's so good. No, not those guys. We want spears. So that went very well. He's beat up. He lost a lot of those guys. Sure, he's going to get, like, some of that back, but it's going to take him, like, a couple of turns to get healed to full. And in that amount of time, you know, we'll have our armies all the way back up again and be able to push back to Lost Plateau. And then eventually Carrickzorn, which is going to get at these golden idols, which a gold mine gives you some money, but it gives you these idols that are used for a lot of really good stuff in the mortuary cult. So, like, we'll be able to get Osirian's Legion of the Netherworld. These guys are really good. I'll probably blunder them, but they're really good. And there's just, you know, there's other stuff that you can get with them. We need a bunch of You know, if we had trade agreements with people, then we might get access to their stuff, but the only people we know are Cetra and then Skaven. The only people we know at all are Cetra, Skaven, Scarbrand, and like some minor stuff. So it's like it's a bunch of people that don't want to talk. Fortunately, Scarbrand only has one settlement. So if we're lucky, he'll just be dealt with. Maybe I should try to take Death Gorge. You know, that could be funny. It also could be terrible. Because, like, well, we've got... the last defenders are on our doorstep. So, like, this ain't a game anymore. Like, we're in trouble when they get here. Tomb Prince levels up. We need to get good spells here. There's so many points you want to spend there, but, you know. Alright, so here, if we take this, we get this army ability that will... Man, this is rough. I think we take the army ability. We take the army ability before regeneration on the Lord, just because I think this is going to let us really... Yeah, 100% AP, it's going to be like, you know, we'll be able to shoot a big volley there whenever they're tied up and melt a couple of units. I think that'll be the play. This guy. Well, you know, at least he can get a Kimrian... They can get Kimrian War Sphinxes? Well, I didn't know the Tomb Kings got those on all the dudes. That shows what I know. And then he'll let us... The Tomb Kings get to choose between... recruitment stuff, archers, blah, blah, blah. Seems good. Seems real good. Because we can take this... And then the archer dedication. And then, I mean, that's solid. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. We've got a little bit more money. I hate not having a wall here in Lamia. Maybe taking the Ashabti here was not worth... Because we still haven't even recruited them. Well, we can't just break the building down. We should have built it somewhere else. We built the Ashabti building, didn't even build it. We're not going to have time to recruit them because it's going to be, well, 2-turn recruitment. But we're not going to have time to recruit them because even with 2-turn global recruitment, we got to move. Like, we do not have time. And we're going to assume they just moved back home, because they can't move through us, and I don't think they underweight around. That would be very impressive.
Something is amiss, O Queen of Liberas. Why does the mighty Venom Staff...
The Venom Staff.
Asaph is your goddess, my lady, and you must divine her will.
Now, it wants us to win this battle. I don't think we can win it yet. I don't know. We'll maybe we'll try. We'd save first, of course. I mean, right now, the army's beat up and not even a full stack, so we wouldn't be trying regardless, but... Alright, and here we get to build the exotic animals production, and that'll let us get... Like, if it's not going to unlock something that we actually want right now, then we can just build it later. Venom Knights of Asaph, but, like, we can't, Potion of speed, garbage. Ouroboros. See, this is good. This is a 45 healing cap, gives you regen, and it's a blue item, not a purple one, so you can buy as many of them as you want for your faction. But, you know, we need other stuff for that first. Yeah, I think we'll just hold off on building that and build Econ here instead. We could build Ushabti, but, you know. Econ's probably the right move. I mean, if we build Ushabti, though, then in 4 turns it'll build. We have to go back up this way. There's a bunch of vampiric corruption here, so, you know, good for them, maybe? But they're going to be able to get cannons and goblin hewers soon, but I don't think we're going to let them get too many of them. And here, we just auto it, because of course we do, like, look, it's just like a little miniature garrison, not really a point in doing anything more, and bam, baby! The 4th Book of Nagash. We get 1,500 jars, that's a lot. Plus 3 to Lord Recruit rank, that's good. And then wound recovery time for all characters, that's pretty good too. And now we're going to get rid of this Tomb King and replace him with another one who... This guy did buff all the archers, but... Okay, yeah, we would have to recruit a new one to get the bonus to the... The Lord Recruit rank. So it's like, it's only if you recruit it from here that it's higher. Okay, so we wouldn't be able to take advantage of that immediately. It's fine. And pretty soon we're going to have single turn recruitment for the baseline units. We're at what? I could check here. Yeah, we're at 9 settlements. When you get to 10 of any recruitment building, it reduces the global recruitment by 1 to a minimum of 1. Alright, so here... Yeah, I think we just keep on rolling. A ton of jars. A ton of them. Of course, it's not like enough. You gotta have like a whole bunch of jars for most stuff. If we get 10,000 gold, then we can buy another whole army with it. 10k is a lot of gold, but that'll be like maybe the next goal for us will be to hit that, right? Because getting another army is better than anything else, but you gotta level up your main place, and then before you know it, you're out of money again. You know, even though the armies are all free, it's still a hard knock life for us. And this Leech Priest of Death died, and we can get here. Oh, yeah, that's good. Spell resistance for the Lord, higher range for spells, and lower miscast. Yeah, gotta love it. Thorek will run away again. It would be nice if we can get his defeat trait on another one of the characters, but, you know, we'll do what we have to do. Ah, the old Manfred. Old Manfred von Karstein is here. Who knows where Thorek is? Maybe he just, like, booked it away? Like, I don't think he would have been so bold as to underway through me. And if he went over there, then he's at war with these Skaven, I want to say, so that won't help him either. The good news is, this Thorek war is over, if we want it. Oh, Thorek marched over there. He's not going to be able to even reinforce, and we're going to take his town right out from under him. Hard knock life, my man. And here, I mean, we could do this siege. It's not like, we're not going to do him any honor by doing it. I think we just push through, take the losses on the auto. And there's our gold mine. And that means I can unlock this legion. Lucerion's Legion of the Netherworld. These are ethereal units. So they have frostbite, they have 100% AP, they have no armor, and they have big physical resist. And we can also get this golden dagger, which is pretty meh. And this banner for stock, which is like okay, but not as good as it could be. Now this standard, this is pretty good. This gives you a discouraged contact effect and then frenzy, so like, that's pretty good. That's pretty good standard there. We have so many jars, I don't think it hurts us to get this Legion, but I think we'll just wait to do it. No, we'll do it right away to see if it'll let us have more than one. Just one at a time. Oh, and this has a level 2 thing, so we can get another Tomb Guard into the army. Sick. Yep, and then we just load up here, so now the other army will have a Tomb Guard, and we just have like way more Nehekara warriors, which feels good. You know, they're not bad fighters. They're quite decent. And Thorek will have to move in here, and we'll fight. We're gonna, you know, it'll save on the auto, but I'm like, they might do that weird thing where they fight and we don't get a reinforce. But in the event of that, then I'll just complain about it and then, you know, reset. Here we go. We get our regeneration. We're on top of the Necro Serpent now. We'll try it for a battle or something. It doesn't give you enough hit points. Like, you go to 6,000 hit points, but you become a large target, and you know, and it probably won't work out. Alright, so Thorek Ironbrow all the way on the back foot here. We just need to get his jars, and here, okay, so the Tomb Prince can either get Terror, better Symphony King's bonus for Symmetry, or give upkeep to the Chariot units. I'm sure they'll change that, that's real dumb. Alright, so little punchiness, Terror, bonus for Symmetry and melee attack, or spell resist for the army. That seems good. I'll also give flanker to those, and then that. We'll do Prince of the Dunes here. I mean, the other one seems fine, but we're not really planning on archers for the or chariots for this army, so I'm not sure how much sense it makes. Here at the Karak, I think we build a wall right away because this is a place we're going to need... Oh, wow, yeah, Scarbrand is going all the way through there, so... Well, I mean, he just got a couple of the things, but we don't want to, you know, we don't want a weak front there. And, you know, we're going to have to be fighting Manfred von Karstein before too long, probably. Too, and you know, the Tomb Kings don't always match up perfectly well against the Vampire Coast. %20 casualty replenishment. You know, it's pretty good. I think we just take growth, and I think we just take growth because... Okay, so we could sell jars for money. Now it's just 30 gold per jar. But we got, like, more jars than we kind of need right now, right? Yeah. Because we're really limited, not by jars, although some of the tech is jar limited. But, yeah, not very much. I mean, we could get, like, a whole pharaoh... But in one turn, we get this Wisdom of the First Dynasty finished up. Should I finish this first? Yes. We're going to get restock on the Bone Giants before we get that army. If that ends up being dumb, then it is. Every time you finish one of the big researches, it decreases your research rate. My main goal right now is to finish this war with the dwarves that were our immediate neighbors, and that should be happening like right now. Cetra wants military access, not going to happen. Really, we're just trying to, you know, secure these borders of the provinces around us and then hope to find a way to stabilize into the future. We have very powerful neighbors who are not friendly. Oh, right, because those were the recruitments from the thing. Alright, so, in conclusion... We'll give the settlement garrison to the AI. We started the fight with this army, which is good. We wanted to do that. The reason for that is that he'll get the trait. It should probably be fine. You know, if Khalida started the fight, then we'd be able to begin with all of our artillery on the field, but I bet we can just be KG here and be fine. It says we'll lose. We're not going to lose. We're not going to lose to him. We're not. I got 2 full armies here. They're a little beat up, but I got them. Khalida has regeneration now, so even though she has, like, almost no HP, she's going to get them all back when she's here. We're fine. We're gonna be fine. Oh. It's a choke point battle that has you situated so that the choke points... Oh, fascinating. Fascinating! Just fascinating. Look at what... Man, if only I had artillery in this army. Look at that. Look at that bunching. But yeah, but we can just... We can just be comfy here because we don't have to worry about them. Am I on horseback? No. We don't have to worry about them. Tomb Prince is on a chariot, so we will try not to get him killed. Because again, like, they barely even have a full stack. And I'm Tomb King, so I'm not, like, really emotional about my army. And in a minute and 40 seconds, my guys will get here, so I don't really have to worry about anything. But yeah, so the Tomb Kings are unique, very unique in the game. There's some factions that are sort of like them, but basically, I don't have to pay for any of my armies. I don't have to pay to recruit, and I don't have to pay each turn to anything that I have at all, ever. But I can only get a limited amount of cool units based on how many buildings I have. And the buildings can be a little expensive, and it's harder for Tomb Kings to make money than other factions. But fundamentally, like, if I lose a unit, I just recruit another one, and I don't have to pay. All I have to do is get it into my forces. So what some factions might be concerned with is, you know, can I support my armies? How do I get powerful enough while still paying for them? Tomb Kings don't care about that at all. All they need to do is take and hold land long enough to build their recruiting buildings on it, and then their recruitment is there. They're fine. They're good. They don't have to worry anymore. Alright, so this Legionary Barrage ability, if we just do it, like, right here... Oh, wow, yeah. Well, it sure does some work. It's just a little short-range thing, and it, I mean, it does a few thousand damage. You absolutely cannot argue with that. Here, we're going to move these guys back because these miners are coming in. And, you know, Khalida is on the case now. And she is on her Necropolis night, so we need to remember that she is vulnerable for that reason. But just, let's take a minute and just say that Warhammer is the coolest. Look at that. Look at her. She's surfing in on the back of this thing. It's just very good. All right. Thank you for noticing. And these miners are trying to throw their charges. We're just going to run away, though, and then, yeah, they're getting absolutely melted by the archer fire here. Khalida's just going to come in. Boom! Yeah, I wish you could save on surf on 6 like that or just surf in neural. Indeed. I mean, like, look how cool it is. Look how cool it is. And as our army is, like, out there being careful, they're throwing bombs at me, and she just, like, comes in and says, "Bow!" And a little bit of fire breath. Never should have come here. I just love her so much. I mean, that is style, right? That is pure style. Whether or not we take her off of the mount later because it's not good in the ultimate long term, immaterial. There's one miner left in that unit, and they didn't run. And they didn't run. Oh, they're unbreakable. They must have that item on. And here we're going to throw this up, and it's gonna do like awesome, right? Yeah, it's just gonna burn through their whole line here. Oh man, that artillery to back it up too. Haha. Yeah, you know, that army ability, sick. Thorek does his little lightning bolt. He finally got it. I think he gets it at level 12, but we managed to hold him back for a little while. Tomb Prince needs to get here on these Iron Drakes. Khalida's having a party. Actually, these Longbeards are walking into my artillery that has moved inexplicably close. It'll be fine. They've got great weapons, which means they do not have shields, which means the archers will do very good work indeed against them. Casket just melting the foe. Tomb Prince, you know, he's on a chariot, but he doesn't have primary armor piercing. That hurts a little bit. Wow, the artillery. And Khalida swings in to pop the foe, the queen herself. And, of course, the most important dwarf is the one on the biggest chair. Everybody knows that. And now he runs, and now he falls, he tumbles, thus always to the enemies of Nehekara. And with that, we should expect a full rout of the enemy army, and indeed the end of the dwarves. Our Tomb Prince getting totally beat up. It's fine. It's cool. At the end of this turn, we get another whole free army. And we can do this to take 1,000 coins. Yes, please. And that'll get the defeat trait for King Berect, which will give us that magic drop chance and AP weapon for the whole army, which is perfect. We get a Helm of Discord, which is pretty perfect too. Like, I thought I had 2 Tomb Princes. I don't. I don't have 2 Tomb Princes. This dude does not need to be on horseback. That doesn't work. This dude does. This dude would really do better for me on foot with the Helm of Discord. Jars and jars. We get our purple sun here. Good, good. Wow, and we have to do this fight because otherwise it's going to make me lose a bunch of my army. It'll be fine. Yeah, it would make me lose my rank 5 Tomb Guard. We're not doing that. We're not having that. You know, we've got our artillery. Oh, and now we're on the other side of this choke point, which is of course very good for us and not very good for the dwarves, because here we have what is called the power fantasy, and that is when your enemy's army has to go right into the kind of thing that you want them to go into. In this case, into a killing field where we're going to drop a purple sun right in the middle of them. No, we're going to save the Winds of Magic up because we don't need to. But where we could do that. And they're just going to walk right through the artillery fire, and it's going to be glorious. It's going to rain destruction here on this whole blob, and it's just what I needed. You know, that's just what the people want to see. The only ranged on this side are the Iron Drakes, so we're going to be able to go pop them. But, you know, they said we were going to take some losses here. We're not. They're going to try to evade the artillery fire because the difficulty's on high. On very hard, rather. But it's not going to, like, work. They're just going to turn away sometimes, and then the rest of them are going to get hit. Like right here. And right here. Don't make me a liar. We're missing. And then here, we'll just do the barrage right there. And it should hit, like, everything in their army. Oh, yeah, that's a good ability, alright. And anything in Khalida's region gets that army ability, even if she's not in the fight, which is just very nice, you know. It's all free damage, you know. It's not a huge amount of it, but it does some work. And when you just get it from a skill, I mean, you can't really beat that. Reinforcement soon. And Khalida's just gonna charge in here. She's just gonna swing on in. Oh man, she looks so cool. And the rest of the Dowie Throng is moving forward, but of course... And as they move across the killing field of the archers here, you know, it's almost all over but the fighting and the shouting. Almost all over. The skeleton spearmen get melted by some blasting charges, that's okay. And the Necropolis Knights get in on the Thane. They are gonna burn him down so good. They don't even have a lord on the battlefield, they just have like the hero. And it's all they've got left, alas. Of course, Brutal Business is still activated, so like the damage that their army is doing whenever it clashes is much higher than normal. It's fine. We'll lose a couple of units, but not all of them. Not my beloved Tomb Guard. And here we are. The last march of the dwarves of the south. Thorek Ironbrow is fallen. His throng is in ruins. All hail Khalida, the High Queen. She's a lady. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So now we have, like, maybe a couple of turns before we get into another war. Maybe. Usually if you're not in a war, the computer will look at you and say, that guy must be bored. I'm gonna kill him. But there we go. Thorek Ironbrow, trash canned. Ironbrow's expedition has been eliminated. City of Bronze gives you a snipe for great bows. That's pretty good. You could put them, you know, you could hide them somewhere. You could give them a stock banner and then, So we're going to expect that Krotgar is going to attack us. Oh, he's only got 2 things. He's not doing well somehow. He's barely holding on against these minor Skaven factions so far. That's crazy. We're so lucky in this run. Like, I thought he was gonna die, but I think maybe you don't get attrition if you're within the range of the thing. He's in March stance and it's still letting us give him guys in recruitment? That's hilarious. Hey, check out what the inscription was. I did not. I wrote it down on the notepad, though. So it's written down for whenever I check out things again. Alright, we get him towards Lightning Strike, which, you know, doesn't make him stronger, but it'll make him better eventually at defending and stuff. Alright, Karakarud. Yeah, we gotta go to level 3. You just gotta go to level 3. Lamia has... What on earth? What? Alright, so I have a 25... What? Chance to forge a unique item when fusing 2 rare items. Abandoned Forge of Fish. It gives me a Kadai Destroyer. And 25... Oh, man, that's awful. Man. The armor bonus is good. But that's like, that's a lot of corruption. That much corruption gives us negative 10 control. Like. And gives us attrition. But if we just get an army and sit it here, maybe we can overcome it? I don't know. Because it's units in this province, so it would just be if you're recruited in Rosetta. Still, I mean, 20 armor is good. It's real good. And all it does is give all my guys attrition and a huge public order penalty. Seems weird and bad. Alright, so now we have access to a few RORs as well. I don't know here, like, do we demolish this building because we're moving up here? I don't know, this is tricky. It is tricky. My phone was ringing, so I immediately hung it up without seeing who it was. There's no reason for my phone to ring at 9:30. None at all. Every time I, like, try to talk to the person on the phone, I never want to talk to him. That's the modern world, baby. No, we'll do this, and that'll give us the restock on the Bone Giants, and then we'll get the new army the turn after that. That was the plan. And recruited at Razatra, I guess, for the armor. I mean, why not? So we can... Yeah, I mean, getting the army is the most important thing. Taking a little longer on these other things is fine. And plus, -1 turn build time to defense buildings, you know, that'll be good too for reasons that are probably obvious. Granite Massif, we'll take the growth building. It takes 10 turns for those level 2 economy buildings to pay off, so we might be making a mistake by getting it, and we might not. We'll have to figure that out as it goes. Do I want to break this down? No, I don't think so. I think we want it even better. Yeah, you know, more is always better. You know, Khalida's mobility's always dying. That's alright, you know. The horse archers, we can get them back again. Yeah, it's just like... If we don't leave an army down here, then we lose this whole province. Is it worth defending? Yes, of course it is. Of course it is. How could it not be? Sage, you can't wait to see me eventually play it. Really enjoyed the story of the game. Cool. Yeah, you know, I've got some on my plate, but I have finished up some games recently. In that I said I'm never going to play them again. So, all right. Next, Books of Nagash. That's at the Black Pyramid, and then it's rogue armies all around. It's all rogue armies, and then we have to take Sartosa. Castle Drakenhof in this one. So the victory conditions are to destroy the vampires. That's all we got to do. We just got to destroy all the vampires. And then for the long victory, we have to build all of the pyramids again, hold all of the ancestral settlements, and destroy a thing. These are terrible victory conditions. They're not even related to getting the books. Alright, 1 turn for the army. Alright, and there's our army capacity researched. Boom, baby. And, like, some of these abilities are, like, really good. I think just getting another army is more important, though. But here's a Master Desert guy. Third Dynasty is the Sepulchral Stalkers and Carrion stuff. Fifth Dynasty is... Oh, okay. Block chance for missiles for the caskets, ammo, and then Necronite tie-ins. And the 6th Dynasty is the one with a huge research rate hit, and then like vampiric corruption that you get also. But you can get immune to flanking on all characters, and then unit caps for the really big ones. Yeah, I think just going to another army is the only right move, right? Corruption -5 all provinces. Yeah, we'll go there. I know I said we were going to do the other thing, but we're not. We're going to get the Sushab to here. Okay, and now we can get global recruitment time there, so... Jolly good. And then we'll be able to stick him there, and he'll be able to defend the realm. Because we have to have somebody here to make Manfred not declare on us immediately. We just have to. Because the money's finally starting to crawl in, you know. At 2K a turn... You know, because I don't know how many times you can do this. Oh, it says it's repeatable. I don't know if it increases. If it doesn't, then, you know, we're going to be able to get a few armies pretty soon. But before too long, you know, we'll have some decent stuff going on here. We're going to have level 3 settlements soon. We're going to be able to get like tomb scorpions in the armies and stuff. It's going to be awesome. And importantly, the chaos corruption in the land in the north might keep the Skaven from walking in. No, it won't. It won't. Alright, we probably want to fight the Exiles of Khorne next. This is a nightmare for us. However, if you can beat Skarbrand, then, you know, you're good. But it's really hard to beat Skarbrand. We're going to take this buff to everybody. So, the thing about Skarbrand is that, you know, how do you beat him in a fight? How do you solve a problem like Maria? Cetra would go into a defensive alliance. He must be on the back foot. We get a non-aggression pact with Crocky G and make him pay for it? Yeah, baby. Look, lizards don't always keep their agreements, but he'll, like, break it before he does anything else, and that's pretty good. Because having him not mad at us is fine. And if somehow this minor Skaven settlement faction wins, that's fine too. Like, we'll just have a war with them and punch them in the face a couple times. I don't think you can get from here, inside of here, not too easy anyway, so hopefully we won't have to worry about that. Why am I even here? Oh, these units must have been recruited in that province and I didn't know? No? I'm so confused. It's like, it seems like they have this armor bonus. Did it like, has it been there all along and I just now noticed? Perhaps. Perhaps it has. Of course, the problem here is this corruption is too high. I think I have to burn this down. Man, that's so annoying. It makes my skin so hot. $2,000 for it, because otherwise I have to park an army here like forever, to stop rebellions from happening. I mean, you could just have an army up here at Lemia to stop rebellions from happening, but that's the same problem, right? It is the same problem. Oh, the armor from that ability. I'm stupid. I'm like, why does it look like it's higher? So the problem with Scarbrand is that killing him feels impossible. It isn't. It just feels impossible. And he just like charges in and ruins all of your plans. We need to save our money so we can build buildings in Lamia next turn. Ay, ay, ay. This really bugs me. Yeah, we'll just burn it down. Let's just get rid of it. That's so annoying. Alright, well, at the very least, we're going to get this guy to recruit Nushapti up here. And, you know, since we're here, we should recruit these guys, too, for the armor bonus. No, we burned it down, didn't we? We just burned it down. Well, it doesn't matter. Anyway. Could have waited one turn for it. Man, making the wrong decision in a video game makes me forget how to breathe for a little bit. Not ideal. Not ideal. An unusual location in Liberos. Man, they are really turning these on. This is... Oh, okay. This is an elven fort. It gives me relationships with high elves growth. Income from the settlements, and 4 Lothern Sea Guard in the garrison. That's awesome. That's awesome. Can you build a scorpion nest any of these places? Yes. So we don't really need to build one here, do we? No. But this is just rank 3. We need to build a wall. Okay. Maybe we do go for the Tomb Scorpion? I mean, they do look very cool. And importantly, they also are cool. Alright, so now we're in for it. Because if we attack Scarbrand and lose, then we will have nothing but misery and pain. But if we attack Scarbrand and win... Alright, all of his garrisons are weak. If we have 2 armies, we can maybe fight one. It's hard to say. If we attack Death Gorge first... Alright, here we just need to get a couple more... Yeah, we got space for a Tomb Guard, so we're going to take a Tomb Guard. Because, okay, Carrickzorn's fine. And up here, our corruption is probably stabilizing. Probably. I mean, we could build like a public order building here instead of this. I mean, maybe, yeah. Because if we could beat Scarbrand, which again is an if, he's a terror. But if we can beat him early, then it's just all the other things in the Badlands that are terrible to deal with. And that's fine. Because we have to get a bunch of stuff eventually, we know we have to fight Cetra, and making friends with him is impractical. Yeah, so there'll be a rebellion in 9 turns, but will things be fine before that happens? Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, because we'll build a public order building here. Yes, because we'll build a public order building here. It's worth it. It's worth it to not have to stick an army here when we don't have an army to stick here, right? And here, this one will take 20 turns in order to get there, but, you know, you've got, like, Dynasty, tie-in tech. Alright, so... Like, I'm so apprehensive about starting this war, but I guess I just do it, right? Okay, so the entomb stance, this is like encampment. It makes you give Vanguard to the person, you get immune to attrition, and you get ambush defense chance, and yeah, it's basically just like in camp, but we're entombed within the sands, you know. Which we're going to do now. We're going to save first, because if this turns out to be a terrible thing, we're just going to go back in time and pretend I didn't do it. And this guy will march up to assist, or actually, he can stay right here, and that'll be good too. Because if Scarbrand's not there, then she doesn't need to have backup. But if Scarbrand is there, then, well, we've got other issues. Scarbrand the Exiled is one of the premier fighters in the game. He is a massive demon with a massive axe. He's got wings, they don't really work anymore. He heals a ton. He can make everything around charge into him. It's called rampaging. It's very rough. Alright, so we get this follower thing. Corruption is stabilized here. We're going to get the obsidian, I think is most important. I think just grabbing Ushabti here is totally fine. Yeah, so there you have it. We've started a war with Khorne. We'll figure out if this was smart or not. We get the Kepler Guard. Because again, now he's just got these two things, and he doesn't have like his normal basis of recruitment. That doesn't mean this is all over. It does mean that he's not happy. He's definitely not happy with me. We get another Tomb Guard. Do we want to drop, like, anything for a chariot? I mean, one chariot could be good. We're probably not going to do it, though. Alright, we'll take Warrior Queen. And here we just keep on souping up Purple Sun. It'll wash away the rain. Purple Sun, Purple Sun, Purple Sun. Alright. Everything's good. We got like a ton of jars. We should burn some jars into money. We can do it like 3 times. And we can do it in each region. And then in 2 more turns, we'll be able to get a whole new army as well, and that'll be good. That'll be so good. I've got a good feeling about our future here. I don't know if it's going to be, like, paid out, but... Alright, so, and then whenever things get fine, we can get this if we need to get into a ruin, and we can colonize it at level 3, which is, you know, that's enough to let you get the Great Pyramid of whatever thing. And now, once we have this land, we'll be able to move into the Tomb King's historical lands, which have more pyramids for us to build for big faction-wide effects. So very exciting. I can't believe how well things went on this front. You know, and in the north, look, Clan Moors was fighting Scarbrand, and now they're not going to be fighting Scarbrand. Or actually, they weren't fighting Scarbrand, but now they're going to be looking at me. But we're going to hope that Scarbrand being away from home a little bit will pay off for us. We'll have to see. if all of these strategic, like, big campaign map level gambles pay off, we'll be in great shape. Because, of course, Tomb Kings don't need money, so if we just, like, find a way to get a bunch of armies out, even if they can defeat them, you know, you push forward, you stick down cheap, free armies. One more turn and we'll get another army. And we move him down there to Numus because we just, you know, figure that'll be good. Here we will go to the Shifting Sands and move a little closer here. Because Skarbrand only has a couple of places left. He's probably not home. He's probably off fighting. He's almost certainly off here fighting against Cetra. But, you know, Cetra has armies to deal with him, theoretically. Khemri's like right over here. So we're into it, you know, we're in the cookie jar. We don't need to spend any money here. Very important that we save it for our next army. And then after that, you know, this is about to ramp up beautifully. Right in time for me to end the playthrough and go to work. Because we're about to get access to some of the coolest units in the game. Tomb Scorpions, Ushabti Great Bows. Oh, it's going to be great. And, of course, as you know, we're Tomb Kings, so they're all free. You don't pay for them. You pay for the building. Oh, well, that's bad. So we're gonna load. The reason we're gonna load is because I walked into Skarbrand, and that's bad, and that'll make me lose the game. So we're just gonna reload and not do that. We found him. All right. we're just gonna load. We're not gonna have that failure. We're gonna go in and take Numis. That's gonna be great. And this is, I think, like the capital settlement of this place. But maybe it isn't, and it's just like a small one that has a pyramid in it. There's a lot of pyramids here in the ancestral homes. No, but yeah, it's just a little minor one. I guess there's three pyramid sites in his areas there. Alright, so we take this, and we win. Glorious! It's like, and even here with the walls, I don't know how well it would go. But I do know this guy can come up and take Agrumingal. And we can get an army capacity right now. Oh yeah, we can. Which means we can immediately throw a Tomb King here, or immediately throw a Tomb King here. Yes. Even better. And then that'll be a supporting army for us. Alright, is it more expensive for the next one? It's 50% more jars and 50% more money for the next one. All to the good. All to the good indeed. We have access to an arcane item now, the Scroll of Power. It's okay. now that we've got the obsidian, but of course we just need some more things, some more things, and then we'll be able to really start getting some cool items. We're here next door to Cetra now, who respects how strong we are, but won't trade with us. But the good news is Skarbrand's got one place. He's going to go here to fight us. We'll either leave this king here and, I mean, it might just work out. It could very well just work out. And if it does, that's going to be awesome. If we can just pop Skarbrand, then that's perfect. I mean, not perfect. There's still Skaven up there and orcs and every other thing in the world. But temporarily, it's perfect. This guy really wants a non-aggression pact. I don't want to give it to him because he's Skaven. It's not worth the paper it's printed on. 2,500 Skrilla? Yes, that's a great return. We're going to build the Sakaric Zorn. We're going to build our barracks. No, maybe not, but the wall definitely. Definitely the wall. Yeah, because we can just leave this up here, right? And he can't catch us. And if he doesn't raid it next turn, then we'll just recruit up. But yeah, so we can just move this way, and then King Barracked can... Oh, well, that guy is still... Oh, boy, that guy's a big army. All right, let's be discreet here and move away. I was unprepared. We can give Cetra Death Gorge, because we're going to lose it. Yeah. And get a trade agreement. We can actually get all these things, because we can just turn our back on him if we want. Yeah. We'll get a trade agreement, military alliance, give him Death Gorge, and then Skarbrand won't take it from us. And make him pay us 7K. Oh, yeah, baby. Feels good. Alright, so Cetra's on our side now. Look, if I have to turn my back on him, whatever. But right now, it's worth it. Because it lets us see what he's doing. Cetra apparently has just one army. He must have just lost all of them. But, you know, it makes Death Gorge go to Cetra. And if he takes it with Skarbrand next turn, then maybe we can get something out of that. All right, we sold the thing, so now we're just gonna march out of Chaos Land. Kepler Guard are real good. They have regeneration. Regeneration on an infantry unit is just real good. I don't think theirs would bring them back from the dead due to how it works, but it would heal them up, and then anything that would bring them back from the dead would bring them back from the dead, and then they would regenerate. Yeah, like this army looks horrifying, but you know, at least we grievously insulted Skarbrand and then ran away. That's smart. I mean, it might be. It might be. Cetra has the exact same trade goods that I have. So, we don't actually get anything from it. Well, you know, what are you going to do? So we have a ton of money now. We use it to upgrade our places here. And we'll be able to get Tomb Guard halberds, which we'll definitely be wanting soon. And then in just a couple of turns, we'll get another army again, which will be very nice. And that'll take us up to five armies. And we should be able to do something with 5 armies. You're eating a sandwich? Nice. So Skarbrand, it looks like he took his land up there. He might have just raised it, which if he did, that's incredibly funny to me. Just very funny indeed. He did burn it down. I mean, I guess he could take it. Like, basically, you can, over time, sometimes take things with corn by doing that. Alright, so this gives me a ton of scav and corruption and a big research rate increase. So I don't want to burn it down either. Man, a lot of these new locations have drawbacks, but they're so good that I don't want to. Of course, this one doesn't have a drawback unless you just hate elves. Like, I don't want to be on good terms with the elves. I don't like them. Alright, so we're going to go, like, ambush mode here. We're going to go around the back here, and then so if you lose the army caps, you still end up with them. But here, like this guy, that army's too good, right? It is. But if this king's army comes in and bashes this army while it's there, then we could be going somewhere. Do we sell Numis to Cetra? Because if we do that, then Skarbrand takes it, and that's fine too, and we can just get it back. But if we go... Okay, so right now, this guy can't get here. If we go, like, here, then we'll be able to sweep up and hit him, perhaps. Yeah, seems fine. We finally have a little bit of money rolling in every turn. Like, should I cancel this? No, it already eats up the population surplus, doesn't it? Yeah, we should just save up to get to tier 4. And this dude can just sit here. I think that's totally fine. I think him sitting here at the wall is good, actually. And we'll just save up for tier 4 here as well. Yeah, seems okay. Because now we're getting 95 jars a turn just from characters, which is, you know, it's great. It's enough for us to get all the stuff that we desire, but not all of it at one time. We just also need access to a couple more, like, if we could just get iron, there's a bunch of really cool items we could make. So, like, this dude hates Skarbrand, this dude hates Skarbrand. These vampires have moved all the way around to fight Skarbrand. So, actually, us getting embroiled in this is helping out wonderfully. Of course, we don't need an outpost for Tomb Kings. Why would we? I think they would still use your unit caps. Emmerich wants a trade agreement. Hey, we get access to elven trinkets. Awesome. But we couldn't quite get a non-aggression pact out of it. Still, very nice indeed. Because elven trinkets are relatively difficult to get, you know, without having a trade agreement with the elves. And certainly there'll be something that they unlock, although it may not unlock a thing all on its own. And the cult. But there will be at least one thing that wants them. There has to be. I just don't know what it is. Maybe there isn't. Yeah, maybe there isn't. There doesn't have to be. Alright, so Scarbrand walked right into our trap. He's here! The fool. Okay, now, of course, all we have to do is beat him. But I think... Okay, yep, we're in better shape. Alright, so it would let us just auto-resolve this. That's what the smart thing to do is. I don't actually have time to do this fight right now. I just looked at the clock. Alright, so when we return, we'll do this fight, probably lose it, laugh about it, and then go to auto-resolve it. We'll see. We'll see. But right now, that's all I've got. I just looked at the clock. But anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Really hope you've enjoyed. Thank you for hanging out, Coolio. And I just think the Tomb Kings are so cool. What's not cool about Warhammer, Egyptian, undead, mummy, pharaoh guys that don't have to pay their troops? What's not cool? It's awesome. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you're watching in the future, I hope the weather is nice. And perhaps I'll see you in a future streamer video. I got my work week starting up, but you know me, I'm usually always around in the morning and the night at least, so, you know, in 12 hours or maybe 13, I'll be here, so see ya.